Wait! First of all, welcome back to another great Power Play show with your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, back in the booth for tonight. I start with the ole because the training camp around the NHL is in action today. It's the day one, but they start yesterday with the off-ice testing, everything like that. But now we are day two, and all the play was on the ice today. And everybody is thinking to win the Stanley Cup. Everybody is make all the line, and everybody make all the power play unit, and everybody is ready to play hockey. Look like so. Hopefully you are not there yet. And calm down with those situations. But look, it was great to see a press conference after the practice. Hear about the players and. Everybody is excited, right? You can feel it from the players, from the management, for the coaches today. Dominic Charm and we hear like Nick Zuski, Ryan Poland today on the mic, and then we go around the league and we got a couple of general managers talk about their team, and then you got also Lindy Ruff with the New Jersey Devils today, and all its friend players step up and they talk about, and then some other team are completely quiet. The Florida Panthers is very quiet. You don't hear nothing. It's not public. And then you go to Vegas or you go to other organization, the door is open. Welcome aboard. Let's go watching hockey here. So it's very different, the culture of different organization, to be honest with you. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So I don't know if you have a chance to watching all the news. We have a couple of news around the league. We're going to talk about the 7 injuries for the Montreal Canadiens. At that moment, we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins with another big injury for that team. And we're going to do around the league very quickly about what's going on around. We're going to do this every single night now. Start next week, guys. It's all about prediction on different division, on the fantasy hockey. I'm going to bring you the best of the fantasy hockey, my prediction of the different players, and then I'm going to go by trophies. We're going to mention about who's going to get fired, the first coach, everything like that. So October 1st, honestly, I'll start next week. We're going to apply all the prediction at that moment. So welcome everybody, because we are ready to rock and roll the show. Tonight it's Thursday, and I don't know what's going on. A very quiet week. And at the Hockey Nation show for this week, I cannot find a problem. Why we are so quiet this week? But at the end of the day, the most important things, guys, first of all, is because each one of you are in the house tonight, and you bring the quality of each one of you. You bring the best of yourself inside that message. That's inside that chat. And that's what the most important thing for me and my eyes. So thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Thanks to join me tonight. And hopefully we're going to have a great live streaming with the Hockey Nation show under the Power Play show. And if you don't know yet, starting in October 11, or maybe do some testing the weeks prior to that one over there. We're going to have a pre-show at 5 o'clock. It's called a pre-warm-up show. It's going to be at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday to Friday. And possible at some time we're going to go during the weekend, but the pre-warm-up show is going to be a part about what's going on during the day, watching the waiver list, watching the injuries, who's going to the starter as a goaltender. We're going to make your prediction about this. It's going to have a little bit also a panel of different people going to join me live at that moment at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So a lot of activities going on around the Hockey Nation Live show. We grow. We passed the 2,000 subscriber, and you can see today was a really busy day for me. We create 3 video today about the breakdown players. I make another one for my top 10 as a right winger, And then of course, I do the short video, the 1 minute video. It's getting more popular about that one, so I'm very happy about this. But before we start, we have to welcome everybody. And the first one, he was in the house tonight, of course, directly from Westmount, Montreal, Mr. Canadian Giant. From Nevada, Golden Knights, Mr. Adam Bergie Burger. We call him the Wolf. We call him, he's directly from Ontario, Toronto, dans la région de Toronto, Mr. Enor Tap. Again, Mr. Enor Tap won the contest yesterday from Frenchy Quiz. So tonight, Frenchy Quiz is back. 10 o'clock p.m. Don't go nowhere. And we're going to talk about different countries like we did yesterday. Tonight, it's all about the Finland, the Slovakia. And we have a question about Bobby Orr. Yep. So you can get right now searching or study your French quiz, Frenchy Quiz at that moment. Mr. Quebec City, Countdown, Ronnie Odette. Sometimes we call him the Bud, sometimes we call him the Monkey, sometimes we call him the Boy. But at the end of the day, we call him Bud the Monkey, back in the house tonight. He was Verhehi, Barca, Reinhardt together. It's not looking good in attack for Montreal, 7-player injury. Canadian Giant, hi, Bud. Salut, Régent, directly from la Colombie-Britannique, la British Columbia, West Canadian, Monsieur Roger, Pucker, mine, Reggie Vlog. Okay, I did not know. You're going to know this, Ronnie. Just listen me. I'm going to bring you all the news in NHL. Mr. Dixon, Automotive Group is back in the house. Montreal Canadiens is back. Nat Lafont is back. Here we go. That's what's happening. The Montreal is back on the ice. Nathalie Lafont is back on the Hockey Nation Live Show. Welcome back, Nat Lafont. From Houston, Texas, #1 fans of the New Jersey Devils, Mr. Joseph Lanham. By the way, I did 3 articles about for the membership today. So it was I'll be honest with you guys. I was sit on the desk almost all day. At the point I have to miss the show live streaming this morning. Michael did it by himself. I was too busy. I had two things to follow. The KHL is working here. The right now the USHL guy is live right now. They have a showcase right now. The USPHL have a showcase start tomorrow. So my players play this weekend a little bit left and right. So I have to watching them. So Hockey TV is up. The USHL is up. Then this weekend also the QM we're going to start the Junior CHL. And then we have to follow all the training camp left and right. So it's going to be a very busy weekend for sure. We are only at the end of the September, talking end of September. Well, why not to welcome Mr. Speck in the house tonight? The #1 fans of the Montreal Canadiens, the one said always this. Can I get this? George! Go Abs, go, Mr. Valentino! Abs in the house! Yeah, what's going on, Ronnie, with your internet? What's wrong? What's the problem with internet? Bell Roger or Bell internet does not work anymore. I love the contents today, Coach. Thank you so much. Thanks. You're welcome, Joseph. It was great. Great article about the Montreal Canadiens. And, of course, we did two. We started new on the typing. We do a 30 days, 32-team preview for the upcoming season. So we're doing this also at the same time. Talking about British Columbia earlier with Regent. We're now to welcome back from British Columbia also Mr. Luke in the house. And I don't have to tell you what you have to do. You know your homework. I don't have to tell you what you have to do. You know your homework. So please do it. I know we have football tonight, so Roger Delaney is out. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch football, so maybe you have an update about the score. You can sharing with other people. My TV is off because you have no hockey. But we are coming with hockey. Today, guys, I got more. What are you talking about, Coach? I got more. What are you talking about, Coach? Let me check if I can get it. I'm not sure I can see this. I was sharing with you guys at some point. I'm going to bring to you about that. Hold on. Can I see this somewhere? Can I go this somewhere? Let me sharing this a little bit. Let's see what's happening here. I'm going to sharing this. What are you talking about, Coach? Let me checking something with you guys. Here we go. My collection at NFT for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm getting more and more. I had 20 items. I got today the come in with a purpose win the day. I love that one over there. So I'm getting this. So my collection for the Montreal Canadiens getting bigger and bigger all the time. I'm happy about that one over there. You can see this one over there. I have the rare one here, the Heritage Legacy. I have the Game Montreal Tampa Bay. Yes, Coach, I have double. Yes, it's okay. I'm going to sell this at some point about that one over there. So I have the limited one. I have the common one. I have the Go Abs Go, a double here. I have the 4-1 Montreal Vegas, the 4-3 Montreal Toronto. I have the pucks here. I have also a couple of game scare here. And my puck here are the Vegas Montreal. I have a double here, but I have the Montreal Toronto. So I got all the series. They got at some point missing just the Winnipeg Jets. We'll see if I can get it. The 25th, I think, is the last day to do that. So that's what happened, guys. Just want to share my connection of the NFT with you guys at some point. So what's going on there? Alan Keefe back in the house tonight. Directly from Newfoundland, St. John. Hello, all. Just finished class. Michael Robinson, finish your class. You're absolutely right. Fully doing well, Michael. Glad to see you over there. Roger Delaney back in the house. Supposed to watching football. A surprise, I'm watching both. Here we go, Roger. 7-0 Panthers. The Panthers play again who, Roger? All the expenses, not those one. I got Tiger Woods today. It was not cheap on that one. Tiger Wood. You can get Tiger Wood at $12, $25, but not what I got today for Tiger Woods. But the Montreal Canadiens is only $25 and $50 per 3 or 4 together. So by 4. So $50, $25. That's friend subject. It's right now you cannot trade them. They were going to open up the market the next couple of weeks. But, so I can sell this maybe like 30, 40, 50, 100, 150 at some point. But that's what happened about that one over there. But Tiger Woods started his new NFT, guys. He start Tuesday. I got a cheap one at $12. But today I opened the bank a little bit more today. I got a good one for Tiger Woods. I believe in the next 6 months, 1 year, Tiger Woods will be great. You have another one, the 28, and this one is going to be a double 4-digit on that one. I tried to get one. Hopefully I can get it. So it would be interesting to see that. Because, just give you an idea, guys, Derek Jeter did a one like Tiger Woods. And the one he was about $1,500 and $3,000. Now they are at $40,000 and $35,000. So just give you an idea how this crazy right now at that moment. So that's another subject with this because I'm coming with another subject called the NFT from the Hockey National Show. Not to sell it, but give you some information how this works. And, that's the Internet 3.0 web. Did you watch the 3 interview today with Price? Yes, sir, Johnny. What do you think? What do you think? Of course, I'm watching, Johnny. Welcome back from Moncton, New Brunswick. I'm studying for a chemistry test, and I'm watching the show. But don't put this on me if you don't pass. All right, put this on Ronnie Odette. But don't tell your mom it's because of Coach Frenchy. Just tell it's because of Ronnie Odette. Just kidding. NHL back in the house. From Connecticut, #1 fans. We love NHL. By the way, we'll go to show to you guys the next couple of weeks when he's done. He make unbelievable. I don't know, NHL. Can you tell us how many P's do you have right now to build the building? How many pieces of Lego you have to build the rink you're building right now? The Panthers are playing against the Predator at top. No, it's the but in my case to football. How long do you think Altman will be out? It's going to be a little bit longer. To be honest with you, now we have a back injury. So expect missing at least maybe the end of October possible. And it'll be interesting. It took me 4 minutes to send this message. This is slow, buddy. I don't know what's going on with you. They are playing in the Texas. Oh, the Texas. All right. But chemistry was my worst subject, so good luck to you. Hope you cream it. Roger. Yeah, me too. The 3 building would be 8,000 pieces. Here we go, guys. You have nothing to do, you can do some Lego because that's why he works. It's pretty amazing what he's doing, being honest with you guys. He's sent me some picture of like OMG. You know what I mean? Like some have the passion and some have the passion and he shall have it for that one. We're going to share his picture at some point, guys, together. So that will happening about this or that. 9:20, Coach, you did not start to talking about hockey. What's going on with you? We're just sharing together. It's a Thursday thankfully day. Be thankful today. Be grateful, thankful. Maybe send a text to someone today. It would take me 15 seconds. And send a text to someone. Tell them how much you are thankful to be your friends. So they did something to you, whatever it is. Don't take a lot to change something alive or someone maybe have a difficult time. So I always said to my people, please don't forget to send a thankfully Thursday text to someone. By the way, I was so proud of one of my players got in the junior, got the captain of the team today. So I got a text at 5:30 from my players. Said, hey, Coach, thank you so much because of you. By the end of the day, it's not because of me. Honestly, it's because of himself. But he became the captain of the Carolina over there. So really proud of my buddy. One of my players. I'm always happy when some, player you teach them about life, touch about their leadership and not only the X and O, and they find a way to learning and apply this letter when you're not with them anymore, and they pay off for him today, captain of the team. So very proud of this one, to be honest with you. I thought Altman was lower body. You get injured when you have no play or practice yet. He was on the ice before he came in Montreal, and he heard something happening last week. Just a couple of days prior, the Montreal Canadiens went to the camp, and what he did not pass the test. So that's the reason he is out. From Dominic Champ today during the press conference, he announced today we expect to miss a couple of games during the beginning of the season. So it'll be interesting. It could be a lower body. I heard like the lower back, but I could be wrong, to be honest with you. I'm doing like multitask sometimes, so I can say, dang, Blake Wheeler is old, 35 years old, but the monkey. Yeah, Yeah. I'm only law pro, but sorry, I cannot help it. Look, my our subject was chemistry. Good luck. Look like the old people like me. We are not great on chemistry. But this is no baby logo. This or logo credit expert for Azul set as 4,000. I know that NHL is not the baby stuff. I know. For me, I see this. I see the picture. It's amazing to see that. He was enjoying skating. Before he came to the camp. Or yeah, I heard. Yes, Roger, you're absolutely right about that one. They will talk about Mike Hoffman. Jet won to lower Weller ice time, but he was sick outdoors canoeing. He's old, but he'll be the best for one older. You're absolutely right. NHL. I wouldn't be surprised he dropped, and of course, would be. He looked like he's in condition. Did you see that Garland threw up on the ice? I did not see this by the monkey, but did you see, guys? Wait a minute. Do not do anything right now. Don't go nowhere. Wait for what I'm going to tell you this. We have 16 people, 14 people, only 14 likes. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. Exactly what I'm going to tell you about the monkey. But the monkey is still the statement of Coach Frenchy. So when we do a beginning training camp in hockey, we try to test in the conditioning, the players, everything like that. And you get them like maybe a 3 lap back and forth, everything like that at the end of the practice. But today, the Vancouver Canucks did the same thing, and then UEL was on the ice. I'm telling you right now, it was like crazy to see him behind like everybody. I don't know who it was with him on the ice, but yeah, 4 players skating together, almost tied up together, back and forth. And UEL, it was about half of the ice at the end behind them. And he was like pumped all the time. OMG, it was not good. This is like, guys, it's when you think about this is the highest payroll player at that moment, and you see him not in shape. That's crazy. I don't know what the management in Vancouver, but as me watching this on Twitter today, the video like Bottom Monkey is talking about, I suggest you to looking for him. From Vancouver Canucks, practice this morning, OEL, look for Ekman Larson, and you're going to see this. This is why, OMG. It was bad. But it is what it is, right? Suzuki rocked the interview. Cole and Rand was great as well. Suzuki show a lot of leadership. They talk about kind of leadership you can bring on the table. Great interview of Nick Suzuki today. Rand Poland, we know one thing was great about Rand Poland, guy. He was thankful, or he was thanks Joel Bouchard and all the coach helping him for the last 2 years, and the maturity he grow with them and to understand what it takes. And he knew at some point the difficult thing for him, it was about the disappointment for himself, to the friends, for the family members, to see him struggle during the process of 2 years. But he said, look, this is behind me. I'm already excited about this camp, and we'll see what's happening, but I will give my best and we'll go. But you look at another different Rand Poland, talking and listening him, really fresh to see him that way. We'll see if he's going to make it. But again, a great 3 young men talking behind the mic, and that's the new generation. They don't really care anymore because they are not shy. They grow with the video and the mic and everybody like that. So really good. Dominic Shaw have a great conversation after the practice. He was excited about what he saw. But again, a couple of questions about Norlander, goalie, everything like that. They always said, but the only way I can see is when they play. I ran Poland too. He said, is when you apply during the game. I saw what you saw today, but it's not good enough. You have to see this during the practice. So that's what happening about him. I wish I was 35 years old in the top. Yeah, OL was so slow today, slower at Thornton. Jagger is faster. I don't know, but it would be interesting. Which free agent do you think we will sign this offseason will drop off this season after getting paid the money? You talk about UFA, right? I'm really worried about Blake Coleman in Calgary. If you talk about this year right away, I think Blake Coleman will be really interesting about that one there. Will be interesting to follow Kokenemi with Carolina. But the free agent for the UFA, I believe, for me, Blake Coleman, what, $6 million? I think that's a lot of money to get that part over there. It'll be interesting to see him over there about that. You'll be saying this week that you want to bring the Cup to South Florida. Yeah, everybody wants to talk bring the Cup. They want the Cup, everything like that. It was a great interview there, but again, no interview public by the Florida Panthers, I believe. I like OHL, but 8 minutes, not good. A long time, yep, with Jones. Yep, I understand. NHL. A Jim Benning moment by the Monkey. Zuski walked on face-off skating. He said only took off 2 weeks after the final. Yes. Nick Ski live in Montreal Islands called L'Île des Sœurs. You have a condominium over there. Oh, coach, you know how you know that? Because one of my best friends, she have a condominium over there. She live here in Florida, but she have a condominium beside Nick Zuski, 3 floor lower. And she see him every day during the summer. We have a girlfriend, and they stay in Montreal. He stay in Montreal all summer. So that's what's happening. So he skate a lot during the summer, everything like that. The next, Louis Erickson, by the Monkey. I think so. I think that's the direction he's going to get over there. Too many Jim Benning moments. What do you think the line up for Saturday night is? Dixon, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure who's going to play at that moment. So I don't know. I'm sure they're going to try to get a couple of young men in the lineup. So I don't know. Maybe have 3 regular. The game's in Toronto, by the way. So they're not going to dress up a lot of regular players over there. They will wait to come back home Monday to make a little bit more. That's happening during the off season. Whoever is that guy from defenseman we pay, the Panthers should take him from waiver. He has 2-way contract. You talk about Nuki. Is it Nuki? Coach, the interview on the Twitter and the Panther NHL app. Thank you so much, by the monkey. There was live. I didn't see this right away. Maybe they did after the second practice. Is anyone likely to pick up Eichel as a long term right now? I would not be surprised for Joseph. This suspend. This is going to be ugly. I really believe this is getting worse and worse. I would not be surprised. First of all, I announced it yesterday. He's going to get removed as captain, right? Secondly, I'm going to announce this. They're going to punish him, and they will try to suspend him and to not get him the $10 million. Anyway, the $10 million is they have to pay him his whatever is on a long-term injury. They don't apply this on the AAV. But they will try to find a way to suspend him and don't have to pay Jack Eichel. Believe me, trust me, this is going to be worse and worse and worse. Brennan Dillon and Winnipeg, it was not a UF3, Brendan. It was a trade in OTAP. He was in a beast mode today. Yes, Nuki, here we go. Not live by the monkey, just video clips. Yeah, exactly. Michael has press part. I think he's going tomorrow. By the way, you don't know about by the monkey, but I was choose to be on the linesman of the game tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock 15 to 12 o'clock 15 for the Florida Panthers tomorrow. But I have already an engagement. I could not cancel. They called me today if I want to ref tomorrow that scrimmage at 10:15. But I told to my booker I cannot be there, unfortunately. I think it is done in the NHL in OTAP. Yeah, I heard that from Michael de Villano this morning. I don't think so in OTAP. We don't know like for me, some stuff like that, you don't know the gravity of the injury. We don't know what this could happen every time that. I would not be surprised this push all the way to the next year, next summer. This would not be surprised. But said he's never going to play hockey with him like that. I don't. At that moment, we don't know too much about the injury and everything like that. To said, oh yes, he's not going to play whatever it is. But I would not be surprised to suspend him or this going to be for 1 year with no trade, everything like that, until they feel at 100% sure that Jack Eichel is back. And then after that, they can trade him at the value they believe it could be the right thing for the Buffalo Sabres. They're not going to trade him on the long-term injury reserve, I believe. And they're not going to trade him if he's not guaranteed is at 100%. That would be my feeling about that. Eichel to the KHL? No, not at all. If anyone can fix Niku Q, can fix Niku, I would be surprised. It's funny because nobody rushed after him at that moment. That's cool, coach. I can be a linesman instead. Yes, sir. Number one, get her back in the house. Yeah, Joseph. Because he would be suspended right away. He would not go nowhere. About that for sure. Here we go. Let's move into the news of the day, guys. I apologize for the delay. I like when you ask many questions or we can chat talking like this. I think it's great to see this. We have 19 days. We're talking about coach, of course. We have 19 days before the season start. And today we celebrate, listen, 4 amazing great players. Joe Sakic, captain. Steve Yzerman, captain. Jonathan Toews, captain was not a captain, but he was a great defenseman for many years in NHL. We talk about the Larry Robinson. So 19 days we are at that moment for that man. So that's what happened about that one. For the 19, I was reading what William said, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll see a little bit later. Talking about the man, here we go. So Jack Eichel did not pass his physical, according to the Sabres GM Kevin Adams. Eichel is not willing to move forward with a fusion surgery, so he's going to be on the sideline for a couple of weeks, a month, until the doctor for the Buffalo Sabres mentioned to him, you're ready to rock and roll. And then Adam also announced that he removed the captain, the C on the Eichel jersey. Now they move on and see what's happening. But for one, sure, he's not going to go back in the uniform of the Buffalo Sabres. Now it's see what it would be the next move about him, how long he would take. He's not going to play on the Olympics, unfortunately, for the Team USA. And we'll go from there. The patient is this part about that. Main goal, okay. Paul Anderson, one number 19. Michael, Mr. Cruz, as is like right now, would be back and forth, no problem. What is surgery he wants? It was a fusion surgery for his reestablish his neck area. It was applied by a doctor in Alabama. He never applied this for hockey players, but the success was about 99.9. But it was the way where Jack Eichel wanted to get there, but the Buffalo Sabres refused him to do it. And the CBA convention between the players, NHLPA, and the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres have the last words. The only way he can have a surgery is the Buffalo Sabres tell him, yes, it's okay to have a surgery. If not, he cannot do anything. By the way, this morning, you have a discussion between Michael and Ortap somewhat about the salary of the Jack Eichel, or any injury go on the long-term injury reserve. All right, the team have to pay the players. but the AAV, so the money for this player, is not count on the salary cap. And usually the team have an insurance for each players, right? So they pay, and then the insurance, you have a 60, 70%. The insurance pay, the Buffalo pay maybe 30%, whatever it is, their arrangement or agreement with the company insurance. So that's what happened now. They could suspend him if they suspend Jack Eichel about whatever the reason behind this. Now he's not going to be paid by the Buffalo Sabres, but also the AAV does not count. So $10 million for the Buffalo Sabres to get another one. We'll see what happened with that organization a little bit with the story, the drama about that one. Great news for the Colorado Avalanche. They signed today late 3 years extension with Logan O'Connor. Start not this year, but the following year until the 2024-25. The 25 years old spent the entire season with the Avalanche, regarding 5.3 goals, 2 assists, and a +6 rating and 22 games. He signed as a free agent July 23rd and 2018. So a little bit more depth for the team, and it's, So I think it's pretty good to get Logan O'Connor for the next 4 years with the organization. Did the surgery? I appreciate Buffalo called the shot, but his neck is the surgery he want is saved. Did the surgery he want, he was saved with a complication, but the safety was there. It's just the doctor, he knows, but he never been applied for an athlete like a hockey player about that one there. It was only the concern about this. Then the time, it was 3 months, I believe, or 4 months before he come back. But this, guys, it's like what, 6, 7 months this is happening. So honestly, no. But yes, I'm also in February. So it's on the sideline because this the blah 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 between everybody. So it'll be really interesting about this, the end of the saga. To be honest with you, between the Buffalo and Jack Eichel. Good evening, Dan. Back in the house tonight. This, I don't like it, guys. And this, I believe that would be, if you're Montreal Canadiens fans, you're happy about this, but you don't want this happen to anybody. But you're happy as to your team can have a better chance to make the playoff, of course, because now the Pittsburgh Penguins, I don't know how they can make the playoff. This is over. How they can play and win and they make the playoff without Crosby and Malkin. I don't see that at that moment. And I think at that moment, if I was Montreal Canadiens, I would knock the door to the Pittsburgh to see if Chris Letang is available to a trade. Right now, I would do that. Now, you have to be careful what he gave back to him. But I was looking for Chris Letang is available because the situation with Pittsburgh after that. Right? Yeah, UFA and everything like that, how they keep all the guys together. No, I think Malkin is over after this year. He's going to move on. So I don't say, oh, coach, now he's thinking the Montreal Canadiens should do this and he should call Chris Letang. Now you see it's not happening, everything like that. I'm just curious, if I was Mike Bergevin, knock the door to Chris Letang. It's over for him next season. He become a UFA at the end of the year. It's $7.2 million right now. And I think right now he's at also a MNTC, NMC. So he can list 18 team. He can be traded now at that moment. But he's always been there with his contract anyway. So it would be interesting about this Letang, guys. Last season, he has 45 point and 55 game, 44 point and 61 game, 56 point, 65 game. We have a couple injuries since many years ago. But I believe, I just said they have to, but I will knock the door just in case what could happen. Yes, exactly. Michael, he's still out for 2 more months now. And he's going to miss what? A lot of game because, he's out. And Crosby is the same situation right there. So I don't know what direction the Pittsburgh Penguins with Burke, and Extall. Again, I don't say they have to trade this player again for Letang, but I would be curious about what you do with Letang and Malkin for the upcoming season. Pittsburgh have to decide a lot for next year. Both of them are UFA, and both of them turn 36, 35 years old. So they are not young anymore. At that age, it's not easy to give a contract 5 years, 4 years. So, and he still can play hockey in Montreal. They don't have that kind of quality player like Chris Letang. That would be an amazing. And they have them. They could figure out something to get the money works to trade one of the two players. I don't know. I just slide this here, guys. I don't say this, but if I had a chance to look about this trade or figure out Chris Letang's situation, I would be curious. Hey, Crosby's situation, I'm sorry, not that. He's going to miss about 3 weeks, I believe, the first 3 weeks or 2 weeks at the beginning of the game, the season, or maybe 1 month. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Here we go. Let's talk about the Montreal Canadiens, guys, because that was the big concern this morning. 5 players failed their respective training camp mid-call due to injury, including the forward Paul Biron. We know he is out for 5 months for the hip. Mike Hoffman, lower body. I thought it was a back, but his lower body. That happening when he skated last week for, training, everything like that. He's going to miss, maybe until the end of October. It will be interesting to follow this. This is not good for Montreal Canadiens to lose Mike Hoffman. Joel Testel, a knee. We know he's going to be in the Laval Rocket anyway. The defenseman Josh Brook, another knee. He's going to be with Laval Rocket anyway. The goaltender Carey Price. For what Dominic Trump said today, do not be worried. He's going to be ready for his game. They asked him, yeah, but he's going to play a game. He's supposed on the schedule, he's going to play 1 game as a exhibition game before he starts the season, and then he will start the season at the same time like his teammates. Gallagher is out for family. For Dominic Trump said today, he should be back Saturday. Maybe not participate to the ice, but he should be ready to skating, worst case, Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. If you tell that, expect maybe Gallagher to be on the lineup Monday or Tuesday next week. And Edmondson is a day today. So we'll see happening this. Listen, guys, those guys was out. They're only out for 78 to 80 days right now. So the older players, they will be a little bit long time. The time management, the time for recovery, have to play with the Dominic Trump time schedule for the upcoming season because they don't have a long off season. So it'll be something to follow up for sure for that organization. A serious kind of guy like we don't really have any indispensable centerman to give for the tank. Not really in our tap, but I think my point behind this, the shifting. Are they going to rebuild? Because after that, the core is leaving, right? So which direction are you going to get? I'm not sure about that. But, and again, I'm not saying they have to, but worst case, at the trade deadline, can they do that move somewhere? Pittsburgh trade Malkin and Letang. That was my point to you guys. 5 players, yes, at that moment. Of course, Michael Rosenblatt back in the house. Justin Dubé, bienvenue mon homme, welcome back. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. So that's what all the news about Montreal Canadiens. You have any question you want to ask about Montreal? I'm pretty much know what's going on around the team. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask it. You're going to training camp tomorrow. We talk about Michael. So I'm sure. So we'll see happen about that one there. This is another saga. We talk about Jack Eichel saga with all the crappy stuff around Jack Eichel. This is worse. Evander Kane have an agreement now with the San Jose Sharks to not show up at the training camp. There's going to be one direction guy. He's going to be suspended. He's not going to play full year. I don't see. Yeah, too many things around him. The allegation, assault, gambling, everything like that. The league's going to put, like they did with the coaches in the past and like Ventanen and other players. I believe this is the end of Evander Kane at some point. It would be really interesting to follow up, but this is the end for on my eyes for him about that. Frank came over, so back to game full time. Tie 7-7. Good luck all with the quiz. Awesome, my Roger. I don't know. I've not got an email back yet. That's great to see that. Coach, you're behind the catch hook. Yeah, so if you follow a little bit the Hockey Nation Live show, if you don't have the notification, what I just want to share with you, Top 10, I did a video called the Top 10 Right Wing in NHL 2021-2022 upcoming season. You can watching the video. It's live since like, today. And then we create another one. It's called the Top 10 Best Breakout Candidate for the upcoming season. I select 10 different players I believe they don't have to, but I believe they could have a breakout for upcoming season like Jack Hughes, Kirby Dack, Kaku Capo, Vince Dunn. We have Ross Colton. We have Jarrett McCann. So it's another video I produced today, so you can looking about this and watching the video, what's all about, and give us some feedback. The show is pretty good. The live stream bring a lot of people, but the video are not pick it up, and I don't know why. If ever you have some feedback about the video, please don't hesitate to DM me. Tell me what's the problem with the video, because the video are low on viewers. So that's where we at with that part of it. I cannot tell you more about this. I don't know. Gonna email back here. Possibly a Shark area number one getter and of the Evander Kane. Really, when I said this, the end is because the league will have some obligation to have no players to be gambling. By the way, it was a news about this. The first sponsor of gambler companies called Riga. Not Riga and Lavia, but Riga, RIGA, become a sponsor with the NHL. About that part, that's another subject. We can talk a little bit later. But that's what's happening about Riga. But what my point to you is like, remember like Bill Beaters, Matt Crawford, Peter Laviolette, and Mike Babcock, everything like that when they got, suspended by the league or the team fired this because they make some bad comments, blah, blah, blah. I think that could happen also with Evander Kane, or the league will maybe suspend him for 1 year, 2 years. You have to reestablish a follow program, committee, whatever they are. And that would be would not be surprised this could happen. I don't see Evander Kane come back in that locker room, to be honest with you. So it'll be another subject to follow up and you see what could happen with him. Roger, there's a team NFL game, number one getter. Yes, sir, every Thursday night. You have a game. That on Pettersson and Hughes, not signed yet. Let me back here. It's not good. It's not really good. And you can see I watched the practice today, the Canucks. Honestly, you can see I was talking about OEL today. But the player have a great time on the ice. And, you would like to get Hughes and Pettersson on the ice at the beginning of the training camp. And Jim Benning play hardcore, or I don't know why it's going on over there, why they don't give the money to them. You say, yeah, but you don't have enough money. But you talk about the best players on the ice, right? And they have to figure out. So can they wait until the first game? I wouldn't be surprised this fix the next 10 days, you know what I mean? And that they move on, but still, it's not good. Same situation with Brady Tkachuk too with Ottawa. Just like, come on, you know. So it would be really interesting about that, what could happen. But I don't see no problem. Not a problem. I don't see both of them be out at the beginning of the season. Maybe one of the two. But, and I think the contract with Hughes is a little bit more complicated at Pettersson, in my book. And I think they wait Pettersson to see what Tkachuk get and also what Hughes going. So it's a little bit a play game between Pettersson and Hughes, how much money do they get for the Vancouver Canucks. So really interesting what could have been. Jack Hughes was really confident at start of the training camp. I don't worry about him too much. You know, in the video I mentioned today, guys, I mentioned Jack Hughes as a breakout season. 21 point, 31 point. He's getting stronger and better. On 5 versus 5, guys, he's one of the best puck position in NHL last season. Secondly, he was a number 2 on the entry zone with Crater situation behind Matthews Barzal last season at 24.7. The stats came from Instat and also from G-Fresh. But that's what happened with Hughes. So I'm telling you right now, Hughes is going to get about 45 to 55 points next season, and it's going to be better for him year number 3 for that one over there. What happening with Mike Babcock? Not much. Mike is like waiting for the job and see what happened. I'm sure some of them call him to be an assistant coach, but he does not want to do that. And, you know, he still pay $5 million per year, $7 million, so he still enjoy that. The Montreal Canadiens look far this year. DP Jill, welcome aboard. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are, we give some homework. The only homework you have to do, click on the likes if you enjoy it. They look good, but still too early. We have to see what happening. You have a lot of injuries right now. Emerson, Gallagher, Price, Biron, Hoffman, Brooks, and Testel. But we have to see, you know, give the chance for the players to show up and should give a great impression for the management of the Montreal Canadiens and see from that part what will happen when the season start. Have you seen the Olympic schedule? Yes, sir, Spec. I got this today. It was announced by the Olympics. The schedule, it was out. Number 1, guys, Mathieu Deslauriers back in the house. Salut, mon homme. I just hope they don't overpay these players. You know, I'm sure Quinn Hughes tried to get $8 million. Pettersson, I believe, $9 million. It's a lot of money at 21, 22. Here we go! Ladies and gentlemen, another one, the Benjel. Welcome aboard. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Any question you have to talk about, no problem. 5 minutes before the Frenchy Quiz start. Don't go nowhere. Do you think of Ottawa not seeing, do you think of... Justin, this is just a question of time, hours before he signed. The agreement about the money is still there. It's just a signing bonus. And the signing bonus with Ottawa never been there. They never gave money bonus. So they tried to figure out, okay, is it better to give a 0.4 more per year on the AAV or give him the signing bonus? So Tkachuk got a little bit more from the organization, and the organization tried to find out an agreement with him. This would be a 8.8 or $8.4 million. That would be the bracket I'm thinking about him. This is going to be very quick. I don't see him to get out like, 12, 15 days. The money is there. The amount is there. It's just a little bit an agreement about the signing bonus return on that. So I don't see this really be like long-term for my book. So it'll be quickly. It will be. What was the day today for Edmonton? There was not mention about the problem, honestly, for him. I cannot tell you it's a lower body, upper body. A day-to-day like this is maybe 1 to 3 days before he go back in shape. And they know those guy was off-season. So it's not like a gravity injury. Every time that. Hughes is a great player. What is the problem for Benning? Um, because his book, he does not deserve to get $8 million, and I agree with him. Quinn Hughes is a one-dimensional player. Is the Eric Carlson long time ago, where he played one way and he forgot to another way. So he can score 5 goals and then he can give 5-7 goals back. So that's the dangerous side of Quinn Hughes. My point to you, it would be, hey, give him, like Matthews Barzal got, a 3-year contract, give him $7 million, reevaluate one is getting there. And then, after 2 years, give him an extension, bang, after that. But if Quinn Hughes thinking to get $8, $9, $10 million, I don't see why. He does not. I understand he make a lot of points, but geez, he's one of the worst defensemen right now on the defensive side. Talk about Romanov problem. Quinn Hughes have more problem than Romanov. If you watch those games, I watched a lot of games in Vancouver. I'm impressed on one way. Great skater, stick angling, great vision, great sense, hockey sense, IQ is there. The guys can dominate skating with the puck all day long. But on the flip side, it cannot win battle. He's not strong on the physical. How many times the Montreal go around him at the beginning? He was looked like a yellow cone. So for him to get $8 million, I'm not sure where we at. So give him a bridge contract, 3 years, $7 million, 7.5, worst case, and see after that. But he's a great hockey player for sure. But that's what it's like. Time to walk after to go walk. Time to you after. Yes, sir. What time do you have? Yes, no getter. 10:22. Michael White, Vancouver figured themselves out. They have fought for them for a long time. Filled their offense. Joseph is great. You're right about that. They left their offense down many times. Sometime after a quiz, number one getter, Vancouver is poorly run. But how do it? I wouldn't be surprised Jim Benning is the first general manager out at some point. No, Buffalo is poorly run. Is the same. Yeah, of course. Good question. Buffalo is not run a lot. That's a good thing about this. Absolutely right about this. It's funny. I know. You don't have to tell me. Don't tell me because I know. Yes, I know. Here we go. Oh yeah! Frenchy Quiz. Are you ready? Matthew, not at all. Shara is not a distraction. Shara bring a lot on the table. The leadership, it's not easy against him, and he will understand his role. He's under Barry Trotz, and listen, he picked to go there because he wants to win, and he knows what he takes, and he just bring more to what Islander already have. So, not a distraction at all. Not at all. The Enotype Show. That's a funny one. Here we go. Are you ready? I give you everybody you ready to check their Google right now. Let's check your Google. It's rare I ask those questions, but tonight we start with this one. Bobby Orr played his last game in NHL against who? Toronto, Boston, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, or Vancouver? Here we go. Spec, I agree with you about not your answer, not your answer, but I agree with you about the slave country, everything like that. Spec C, Bottom Monkey C. Number 1 said B. Raven the Bird back in the house said C also. I should give 0.5 as someone gave always the first question, the first answer. That's I think I'm going to start this. Spec. And I'll tap E. Spec. Wow, not many people participate. Ronnie is stuck with internet. Regent, where are you? Joseph. B, my guess was not on. Ronnie said E. Mathieu Delaurier said E. Justin Dubé said E. Michael Robinson said E. I don't see Michael Rosenblatt. Me too, Spec. We miss Gaydon. The answer, guy, is E. Vancouver. Oh, number. Sorry about that number, but you out about that one. Tony Halbme said B. Boston. Tony, welcome. Tony, you get a point anyway because that's your first time you participate to the contest. So Tony Halbme got a 1 point. The answer is E. Enotap, Ronnie Odette, Justin Dubé, Michael Robinstein, and Mathieu Delaurier got a point. Welcome, Mr. Raphael Meni Ilaga. Sorry about that. We are on the quiz. It's very difficult. How many players born in Finland play 1,000 games in the NHL? 4, 12, 9, 8, 14. I know it was Detroit, Joseph said. 4, 12, 9, 8, and 14. I gave 0.5 to the first answer. 0.5 for the first answer. Bottom Monkey said D. Bob, you get 0.5. Spec said A. Mathieu Delaurier said B. Joseph said C. Michael Robinstein said C. Oh. Tony Alme. Welcome aboard, Tony. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and also click on the likes and tell us a little bit more where you're coming from. That'd be awesome. And which team do you like? That'd be perfectly great. We love everybody in the chat and everywhere for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Enotab said E. Justin Dubé said E. Number 1 getter said E. Are you from Finland? One more time. Ronnie Odette said B. Thank you, Ronnie. What about Regent? We love Regent. Did we see Adam earlier? And Michael Rosenblatt. Anyway, anyhow, awesome, Tony. Michael Rosenblatt said, hey, Tony, we have a guy, his name is Jamo Virtanen. He's from Finland too. We missed tonight's 7 member from Sweden. Only one guy got it, and he got more because he was the first one to answer. The answer was D. 8 players. A Bottom Monkey is the only one got that answer, plus the first answer. So Bottom Monkey take the lead, guys, at 1.5 point. Congratulations, Bottom Monkey. Wow. You step up. Don't forget, we have 5 points here. 5 questions. So, question number 3. Who's going to get the 0.5? We're going to make some spice in the contest. Which Finland player in the NHL scored the most shot-ended goal? Is it Olli Okinen, Petri Striko, Esa Tikkanen, Jari Kurri, and Mikko Koivu? Who has the most goal in shot-ended in Sweden? For the 0.5, who get it? Bottom Monkey said E. Ronnie Odette said C. Behind. Justin said D. Speck said D. Enotab said D. Michael Rosenblatt said C. Mathieu Delaurier said C. Tony, what is your answer, Tony? René Odette said C. Mathieu said yes. Michael Rubenstein. Joseph Lamb said D. Michael Rubenstein. Did we get him? He said C. I apologize. Tony said D. Number 1 getter said E. One more time for the Mulligan. Who got it? All right. The answer, that one guy, it was pretty even. Some of you said Esa Tikkanen a lot. Some said Mikko Koivu. And some said Jari Kurri. And the winner of this one, guys, is Jari Kurri. And on top, 2. Justin Dubé, 2. Tony, score, take 2. Bottom Monkey, 0.5 plus 1 plus 0.5. 2, take the lead also. Speck and Joseph score 1 point. So, 4 leader at 2, and we have the rest at 1, and some of you are at 0. I don't want to say who are you. Just kidding. I hate this. It's okay, Michael. Don't worry about that. It's happened sometimes. Which player born in Slovakia has the most points in the NHL? Is it Marian Osa, Peter Bondra, Peter Stastny, Pavel Dimitra, Marian Gaborik? I think he still have money from the... He's still not playing on the injury reserve, I believe. Speck said C. Speck get 0.5. Congratulations. Nicolas said A. Ronnie Odette said A. Bottom Monkey said C. Mathieu Delaurier said B. Enotab said A. Bonne nuit, Nicolas. Clique sur le likes. À demain, mon homme. Merci beaucoup. Michael Robinson said A. Tony said C. Michael Rosenblatt said A. Justin Dubé said A. Joseph Lamb said C. One more time. All right. You up. Michael Rosenblatt switched as C. So he's going to get 0.5 if he got the answer. The key behind this, guys, you are both of you are right. Everybody is right, but the right answer. But you have really two players to pick. It was Marian Hossa or Peter Stastny if you follow hockey. But for the one pick A, not congratulations. It's Peter Stastny. C. So what happened? Enotap stay at 2. Justin Dubé at 2. Tooney take the lead at 3. But the Monkey is at 3. Spec pick up 2.5 at that moment. Joseph is at 2 right now. And Michael Rosenblatt score at 0.5. This is the last question of the night. Who is going to win? Here we go. Sometime Body Monkey follow Michael. Michael, have a good night. Number 1. Spec, yeah, to me it was a little bit more number. Here we go. We're switching the country. Which player born in Switzerland, Swiss, play the most game in NHL? Roman Uzi, Yannick Weber, Nino Niederreiter, Luca Spisa, and Mark Street. Who has the most game play in NHL? For the 0.5. Bottom Monkey get 0.5. And Bottom Monkey said C. Spec said A. Ronnie Odette said E. Matthew said A. Michael Rosenblatt said E. Justin Dubé said E. Tooney said A. Joseph said A. Spec said no. I missed another tap. No. Inotap said E. I'm sorry, Inotap. Let's get another chance for everybody. Main goal. Hockey said A. I need to check the count. So, the winner of tonight, before that, the answer guy is E. Mike Street. Congratulations, Mike Street. The winner of tonight, Stefan said F. Too late, buddy. So, technically, all right, Bottom Monkey win at 3.5 because we gave him 3 times the first answer. But the win tonight, if you don't give him 0.5, is Justin Dubé and Inotap at 3. Then Tony Alm, also new participation, at a 3 tonight. Joseph is at 2. Michael Rosenblatt at 1.5. Michael Robinstein at 1. Matthew at 1. And voila for the count for tonight. So, congratulations, Bada Monkey, Tony, and our tap is Justin to be for the first time step up tonight and win also. Yes, Justin. Yeah, I take all the notes, Justin. I can gauge most 99% who unite everything like that. They are all. Oops. I take note about everything. So, Michael Robinson at 2. I apologize, Michael, because I think I took the score of Matthew for you. So, great job, Justin. Inner tap, step up again. Bottom monkey, listen, you prove to us you don't click on the Google. So, that's great. And honestly, you have 2 of the 5 good answers. So, well done, buddy. Well deserved. You're always here on the way. So great. Tony, great job, buddy. Stefan Member, you have a friend here, Stefan Member. Tony is from Finland. Stefan. So Stefan is what, 4 o'clock over there? Tony is what, 3 o'clock, I believe. Tony, we follow the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully coming back more often. We have Yamo Vertanen. By the way, Tony, I can say to you, moi. It's fixed in our tap. Michael Robinson, 3 minutes. The count is at 3 minutes. Countdown, Michael Robinson is 10. Here we go, Tony, moi. Tony, we have Yamo and Stefan Member. Steph, he live in Sweden, and Yamo live in Finland. He teach us a couple of words, and he follow us when we go. We do the play-by-play for the Montreal Canadiens. You know, we have a lot of Finland play for Montreal before Kokanemi left, but we serve Armia and Lekonen. But he teach us about that. You will never want know in our tap by the monkey. You will stream Reactor Apps the preseason game. I tried to find a way to get the game Saturday and Monday. So I'm not sure it's on TV. First, I didn't look yet. Secondly, Saturday, if I do it, I'll be late a little bit. My last game college referee finished at 7 o'clock in about 30 minutes. So I'll be like maybe missing the first period Saturday. The reason I do this right now is because it's a pre-exhibition game. Usually I never ref after 6 the Saturday, but I open up my availability because, you know, I did not know exactly the schedule at that moment. So that's what happened, Tony. Very glad. I don't know. How did you find us, Tony? Anyhow? Yes, I do expect. I'm always coaching, and this year I took a decision not coaching, doing all the YouTube channel, diving full-time on YouTube channel, and doing referee during the day. Yes, I coach for over 30 years, be involved with hockey and everything like that. Now I scout, and I do I have a small agency for players, and I'm doing YouTube channel. Coach, in terms of inconsistency with Carl for you, who is the worst rest in the NHL when it comes to that? If you talk about the ref or you talk about the penalties, Coach is everything, you know. Oh, cool. This is my birdie, 24.9. Awesome. Hold on, guys. Stop here. I'm going to be back with your answer. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Tony.
Happy birthday to you.
Tony.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Congratulations. Happy birthday, Tony Halme. Awesome, buddy. For Anthony, for the ref, for me, Lee is not a great one in my book. Lee. And the penalty is in hockey. The easy one is Hook. To see that the crusher games maybe the one they let it go too much. But Lee in my book, rookie, whatever you call it, Rook is the one. You're welcome, Tony. We celebrate the birthday to everybody. Okay, guys, my dad got a pee. Thanks, Coach. Interesting take on Quinn Hughes. Good night. Michael Robinson, not a problem, buddy. Good night. Body Monkey, good night. About that, Anthony, here you go and answer to Anthony. Don't forget to click on the likes. Then I try to figure out Chris Lee, exactly, spec about one. And also Kevin Sutherland is not always been. Is it Sutherland? Jesus. I think it's Sutherland, right? I maybe mess up with the actor Kevin Sutherland. Good night, Spec. Look forward to you next time, buddy. I agree with you. I think the O-King penalty is the most overused penalty in professional college hockey. Yeah. Wes McCauley, a goal. Yeah, I agree with you. At least it's the most entertaining, right? I think we're missing a Carey Fraser. By the way, I know for not the young kids in the chat tonight, but for the older people, including me, who was the referee? He was his last game when it was a Friday night between the Montreal Canadiens and the Quebec Nordiques when you have two bras back to back. I agree with you, Johnny. I'm not too much worried. I don't know. It's like 20 game, right? But if it's 5-game example, right? We have enough. That would give a chance right now to Rand Poland. That would give a chance to Cedric Paquette to jump in the lineup, right? And that Perrault will find a spot right there. So at the end of the day, we're going to be missing Hoffman where really on power play. That's the only thing. At the flip side, I would give a chance like Jonathan Drouin to be maybe on the power play one. That maybe Josh Anderson step up or that one or there. I'm not too much worried about him. Now it's 20, 30 game. That's another subject we talk about. But 5 game, that would give a chance for the lower people, at the bottom, the depth jumping. Like Jake Evan have right now his spot. It's between Paquette and Poland and Perrault at my point. So Perrault is going to jumping as a winger, right? And then that open up. Armias maybe go back all the way to second line, third line. And then Perrault be in. Is going to find a job between Poland and Paquette. And that's pretty much it. Coach, because you're watching hockey for a while, what is the worst call by referee because a team had a conference final or a step up cup? You cannot blame a referee. Always a referee is going to miss call every time that. But the one they called again, the high stick again, they never called again Perry in the last year. That's the one you remember. You know what I mean? Like, you have so many calls you can mention that, but part of the game at the end of the day, and they understand they are human beings, and obviously it's happened for any reason. I think the goal against St. Louis versus, oh my God, it was San Jose. They scored an OT, St. Louis lost, and it was a pass with the hands. When the year was St. Louis win, and Greg Berube called it, say, hey, we're not here to make excuse. We're not here to complain about the ref. We're going to play hockey, be ready next game. And that one I remember in my head. It was really great about his answer. Anthony playoff prize in the regular season. Absolutely right about this spec, about that. Dave Newell, no. Thought on the 5-minute measure on the 2019 Charles Golden Knight. That's another one right there. The cross-checking again. Is it Couture or Pavelski? I think it was again looking Couture. That was a big major shift on that one over there. Now you can blame the 5-minute, but at the same time, You cannot give 3 goals on power play. Andy Van Elemen, no, but a great ref. It was Andy Van Elemen. You guys, the young generation hockey here, you love Wes McCauley. You will love Andy Van Elemen. I have a great conversation. He was in charge about the referee after he was get retired in the East Coast Hockey League. Bye for now. Now, thank you. Welcome, Tony. Look forward to see you next time, buddy. Van, I met him many times in the East Coast Hockey League when he was the charge about that. Cool. If John Toddy is on the bottom line for the Panthers, do you think he would benefit to have Lundell on the third line with Jumbo? I'm not sure about this one over there. It would be really interesting what Lundell fit in that organization or that roster at the beginning. I think Joe Thornton, again, Pavelski, yes. Reese Capinello, no John. Hey, we go in our tap. You got it. Bruce Oud. My Jean Morel. It was Denis Morel, Mathieu. It was not bad, by the way, Denis Morel. Il vient de Trois-Rivières en passant. Anthony, I tried to answer to you. Joe Thornton should play on the 4 line. The only time Thornton can help at some point, he's really good, is on the power play. Thornton, you still have it in power play. But I would put him on the 4 line. Lundell is questionable in my book. Did not show up a lot during the training camp for the rookie. I'm not saying he should not play. I just said it would be interesting to watching him in the next couple of days. Yeah, Mathieu. John D'Amico, he was a linesman with Béchard, Claude Béchard. Who is the most underrated hockey coach in NHL history? Nobody gave credit to Ventat. He won the Stanley Cup coach. I think you have to go with Barry Trotz, right? Because he won the Stanley Cup. About that, I think long time ago, I'm not sure how they was compete, like, Dick Irvin, how he was compared, and it was too old in my time, to be honest with you. I think Al Arbour did very well with the New York Islanders. Cody Bowman have a reputation, but Al Arbour, before he became the Islanders GM, he never been credited what he was. Absolutely right. I know talk about that. Yes, Justin, of course. But, my point to you, Justin, was the fact, like, he can play very well on the power play. That's another one they expect, the Pittsburgh game against the Predator. The problem with that part is, like, when you take off the human being and the convention player, the referee, everything like that would be very hard to pass about that. I think they use a lot of time right now, the camera and the review wing, everything like that. I don't see it would be the best way. I think they simplify now the rules about the offside with the skate over the blue line. I think that's a great one for sure. Absolutely right, Justin. Absolutely right, Spec. It's allowed for me. It's more about the judgment, right? If there was more consistency altogether, it would be easier to accept. Offside is in or out. Yeah, no judgment. So, I said yes, you said no. But one is a call where who can give that high stick or not give high stick? Who gave this cross-checking or not cross-checking? A goal is a goal. But the penalty is a judgment of a human being. This is really hard sometimes to have the consistency. It's funny, that because that's what I thought. You remember when we talked about Pittsburgh earlier, when I said I would give it a chance? That's what I was thinking. I think so. About that. Yes, they did. I told you guys yesterday. Just kidding. But I said that, but they remove it. Yes, Spec. Spec, where are you coming from, by the way? So now, here's Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel is just on the long-term injury list. He did not pass the physical test. Canada, but when Canada gave it to, why not to give to Jeff Skinner? The decision of the Buffalo Sabres, from what I heard from Kevin Adams, he said nobody get the C for the upcoming season. Look, I don't think so. I think overall, like 90%, 80%, 90% players and the management, they said they do a good job. The complaining is coming more for the fans at the end of the day. But if you think about coaches, they will said overall they do a good job. More the element theme about that. I think overall now the video is pretty much what they have to do about that. You know what I mean? They call when they need that. Now Toronto can buzz it now. And but I think Nova Scotia, here we go. Spec. You're absolutely right. I think overall they should, if they see an infraction major, they should call it, helping them. See, sometimes they've met all the four people together. Don't just ask. Take 30 seconds. If the guy in Toronto can see it, the puck never hit the glass, or the guy did not tip it, and the guy go over, it's a penalty. But call it. Like a guy could, watching the game with a camera, it become the fifth referee, and the major penalty or decision like this, where the four have to take a decision, they have no access to the viewer or the camera, just give it. You know, you disallow a goal or you allow a goal, you should do the same thing where you maybe miss it. That would be my point about. Joseph, I will be honest with you, both of them. Definitely expect Eichel will never play again in Buffalo. But I would be honest with you, Joseph, both of them, both are completely missing the boat there. Coach, so you think the favorite for Jack Eichel of Vegas in New York Rangers? I agree with you with New York, but I don't think Vegas have enough terms of draft pick or prospect. Anthony, I'll be honest with you, if they trade him, three directions. It's going to be Rangers, Vegas, Anaheim, and I believe they will they will do more a three-way trade. So it could be Rangers, Vegas, and Buffalo, or Buffalo, Vegas, and Anaheim. Or it could be a 1-to-1 Buffalo and Anaheim. That would be my prediction. Do you like the two referee system or the size too small? It's perfect. One you cannot see anything. Did the Kraken start the training camp? Yes, sir. Eagle Frank, welcome aboard. Yeah, absolutely right. Spec on that one also. Do you think Vought and or I was trying to read you and at the same time I was reading. Do you think try to get Richer or are they condemned with there? Do you think Montreal tried to get Richer? I'm not sure about that question. No, not at all. You talk about Montreal? Not at all. This is never going to happen now. I apologize. Try to get you comment. Not at all. This Montreal is out of the picture. Welcome aboard. Hopefully, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you are a welcome back, if you are a returner, we appreciate your question. What do you start doing the prediction for the roster for the World Junior? It's a little bit November usually. And then for this season, we start next week, all the prediction for the upcoming season in NHL. I forget this. The Ranger offer Panarin captain or assistant captain. What do you think about him to refusing? That's great because it's better someone tell the truth and be honest just to get the C on them. Panarin guy is not a type of guy like this. He's quiet. And I think that's a great step up to mention that. And that a captain is not for everybody, guys. It's not everybody can wear the C. And he felt that way. I'm sure he was humble and he was happy that people want him. But at the same time, I think it was great. He said no about that. I forgot is I got it. Gessler prend sa retraite à la fin de la saison? Yes, sir. Should be the end of the end for him. I really believe they have not much to do in the equal session. Tim cannot take a chance if Buffalo does not want equal. No, I believe in our tap at some point you're right, but they will wait until a couple of months. He's going to reevaluate him. He's going to have a paper said he's 100% healthy. He can play hockey. He have no problem. Every time like that. And that's the moment the trade is going to, the trade talk, you would be back at that moment. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Maybe don't answer perfectly great. No, Eichel is out of the picture for Montreal, and they are happy about what they have at that moment. What they're really missing, it's two for me. And that would be depend where are they at the trade deadline. They miss a defenseman, and they miss maybe some depth at some point, center 3, center 4. And I don't want to say which one of them. We don't know how Jake Evans is going to carry on the position center number 3. So at that moment, Mike Bergevin is going to let it go. And then after that, trade deadline will tell what Montreal is going to do. Absolutely right, Joseph. It's the mess over there, right? Bedard versus Mikov, this double, and plus Shane Wright. That'll be another one to add. And Russia is going to be great also. They have a lot of great kids at that moment. I'm going to make a video about those kids the next couple of weeks. Bedard is in. Bedard is in. Do not taking twice. Bedard is in with Shane Wright. Coach, what worried me about Jack Eichel to the Rangers, that I don't think this person is going to handle the pressure, play for the Rangers, even in New York Rangers. Yes, at some point, but my problem, Anthony, is not this. It's like Rangers have a really great team right now. Why try to change something for a player like Inortap said, is almost injury. We don't know his future. There's Zibanejad right now. Sign him. Keep him. Strom is there. Keep him. Lafreniere is coming. Capo is coming. Kravtsov is coming. They have a great straight. You have Gerald Gallant. You have Fox over there. Kim Miller over there. Schneider is coming. There's maybe one of the top 10 goaltender NHL, Shostakin. Do not trade for Eichel, Rangers. Go get Riley Smith. Go get Marchessault. But do not trade for Eichel. Absolutely right. I couldn't believe when the TSN program said they have only one Russian right-handed player. Yeah, I think what they said about this last year, they play a power play, I believe, was all left. That's maybe there was refer about this one over there. That would be forget OEL, Anthony. Think about Mark Giordano is a great pick. Think about Josh Manson could help, or maybe Langholm and Anaheim. There will be someone you have to look about that one over there. About that. He played the KHL right now. But I will be in. Did Montreal get a new goalie coach? They got last year Sean Burke. They fire Stephen White, and then they promote the Italian guy name. I can't remember his name, but yes, they have a committee goaltender, and now he carry on between Laval and Montreal, and Raymond, not Italian guy, Raymond. Did money get? Here you go. Favorite. I don't know if qualify this the best moment, but the fight and the light turn off will be the moment you're going to remember. But the year of Carey Price, Canada, it was a great. I think Michael Devinel will be agree with me. That thing was stacked with so many great players. Connor Bedard turned 16 now. Yeah. Miroshnikov is another one over there. Mishkov is really the one over, really the top one over there. You have a few Russian. The team Russian next year will be amazing. You talk about the USC, the team USA, Anthony. Well, no problem with Wright. He's going to carry on the team. But the problem with Michael in 1920s because those kids get drafted earlier, and they would participate. You see, Lambert last year participate for Finland. I thought it was Pierre Créco, but it's Raymond. I believe his last name. Wright was not sure good enough, but that's why he said not one of those kids said better on. Wright, Shane Wright is going to be the number one, I believe, in this year in Canada. That's another story. Yeah, it was not 16, it was 17, I believe. Yes, Beck. Anthony, I think I forgot your question also. Let's get 40 likes tonight. Don't forget to click on the likes, like Dan said. Well, 32. About that team, I think Savoy is another one we have to look about this. They have a few players, but they are not the top draft for upcoming season. Remember, like 2 years ago, the year with Spencer Knight, Turcotte, Caulfield, a lot of players for that team. But the next, at least for next season, Team USA, or they don't have like at the top 10 like they was before. But it will be maybe 2 or 3 of them will be the top first round. Lambert dropped, unfortunately. Oh my God, Slakowski is doing amazing. Slakowski he fight today, by the way. Russia love the hockey too. They take hockey super serious. Some like that's what Canada is bigger, right? More room to strategize. Yeah, Joseph. And that generation of 2000 right now, they are amazing. It was not bad. The problem spec right now is sometimes we judge a player right now, and then the 1 year after that, some other players step up more and they drop someone lower because of that case. Yeah, I know he is like Savoy is great too. Yep. Jerry Key is another one also. The top 10. Connor Kiki dropped a little bit for what we got from Puck. Yurav is another one also. Daniel Yurav. Welcome back, Dan. Anthony, I tried to answer to you about that one there. The question is getting too much quick. what was the best draft for you, and then the quality through the first 3 rounds was you expect a specialty draft in the first round, and then up going later. Yeah, too many drafts to be answered because it's always happening. But again, the draft around Kesslav and Carey Price, everything like that, 2005 was great at some point. But in the next 2 drafts, it's going to be packed. I think that'll be good. About one in the Century 2000, that's pretty much what I believe. The Carey Price was amazing. The one that Quinn Hughes also was not bad. That draft, in my eyes, what maybe not the first selection or the top 5 selection, but I think yeah, but Budden is not always there. Coley is what it was 10 or 12 months ago. So I don't know if he put him second, but yep. That area 4 or 5, yes. Yes, Patrick Kane will be like there for 1, 2, 3 years. I don't see this, Michael, about Cooley. Lambert dropped with time. I think Shane Wright and then the Russian kid step up now. Have anyone ever named a player you have not heard of, coach, and nobody throw you off? Cody is good. I did not say it's not good, Mike. I just said put him second. It's too high. Yeah, exactly. We all agree together about that. Oh, yeah, Anthony. The draft this year and the following year are great. Better what we got last year. Last year was not great. That's why his stock is going to drop a little bit, Mike. And plus, you have other players step up now behind him. All right, he's really deep, Michael. And the following year also. It was a year prior, Doug Wickenheiser, right? And David Sava was in 1980, I believe. Is another one late? Yes. And again, I don't say he's not good. He's going to be a top 10 over there for sure. Any 2021 NHL draft play this year? I don't think so. It will happen. Spec. I thought that watcher was 78, but I could be wrong. We never have enough defensemen. You never have enough center, and you never have enough winger. An injury, a COVID, everything like that. 81. Yeah. It was not our Chuck. Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. Power is a monster. 6-6. Yes. It's going to start with Michigan for the upcoming season. And when I'm going to talk about prediction, guys, because the Olympics, take a note what I'm going to tell you. The team, why Montreal another reason why Montreal is going to make the playoff, you need to be sure at least you have 2 solid goaltenders this year. Coach, COVID is not there anymore, and they don't play a rush schedule. Yes, they do. They're losing 3 weeks now. So you have more game quicker this season. They push back the schedule of 12 days, but they're going to play more game between October 12th until February, guys. So a team have 2 good goaltender is going to helping them to get a little bit more point. And then something we need 3 goaltender, guys. Remember what I just said to you about that. because the game are coming back to back to back to back too fast this year. 6-6, Michael. Michigan is packed. Why Frédéric Gauthier doing a video and he was a first round pick? Because he didn't have a great career overall. I thought Gauthier was in New York Rangers. Who is the New York Rangers they got? The French Canadian guy. I forgot his last name. Coach, I think Lambert is going to be this year. It could happen, but I don't see him drop after 10. Like, Ratu drop a lot. I don't see this all of Lambert. Maybe drop ranking, but it would be a first round. Yes, Beck. Absolutely right, Justin, about that one over there. That's the point, Michael. Yeah. Why does the NFL only have 17 RSG? I'm not sure. I think Lafleur Dion was drafted in the same year. Yes, sir. Lafleur 1, Dion 2nd. Yep. Yeah, Frédéric Gauthier was drafted by the Toronto Maple Leafs and 21 overall. He played 2 games last season, but he played 170 games in the NHL. Played all his game with Toronto. He was traded to the Arizona Coyotes, and he was not resigned. He got a PDO, like you mentioned to you. Never been that kind of person. Michael was right with his name, Julien. That was the first thing I was not remember. Yeah, exactly about Edion. You talk about Basel for the New York Islanders. Brunswick equal Rangers. Have you seen a W live action or Avs game last time? Not really a spec. But yes and no. The Montreal Canadiens, I see them a lot on the road in USA. But I did not go back in Montreal for about, I don't know, like to watch a game long time ago. Yeah, it could have been in 29. I gave 8 years, a little bit earlier. 26, 27, 28. Yeah, 26, 27. Ask it 5, 6, 27, 28. Yeah. Who knows? Long road for Detroit. Yeah, you expect about 3 more years, Michael. I think after that, 3 more years, they're going to be better. A team will compete. I think 2 more years, and then after that, I believe that team will be get better. The problem with now this year, Bertuzzi cannot go nowhere. He cannot go. He don't have no vaccination, so he's losing all the game. Again, the Montreal Canadiens, Ottawa, for the upcoming season, and Toronto. Van Brisbane was draft 72 overall pick, 4 round, and 1981, like Michael mentioned earlier. That year, 1991, guys, it was Taylor Wojciech year with Ron Francis and Bob Carpenter. And James Patrick was that year, 1991, Tony Tanti and Randy Muller. Normand Léveillé, Al McInnes, Gilbert Delorme. Sorry about that. I'm getting excited. Well, I think for Detroit, you have to be a little bit, they have so young. So I think for Detroit, 3 years. I think Anaheim, the same pattern for them about that. For the New York Islanders, the New Jersey Devils, it's a little bit not quicker, but I think that they're not on the same path like Detroit. They are Hamilton. You know what I mean? Like they have Tatar, they have a couple of players older of that organization. Detroit don't have that kind of quality player at that moment. As older, like they just signed a free agent like that. Eiserman go believe to develop them with lower salary. But again, Fitzgerald is doing a great job with there. Did you see the watch? Yes, that's what I said earlier. Live? Yes. I was not there, but that's why I talked earlier about that game. Everybody remember. They was not drafted at the same year. Exactly, Michael. Yes, Ronnie. Yeah, and that's okay, Michael. I think Zadina is going to have a breakout this year. I think he will take more advantage this year to have better player around him. Larkin's going to be more. Bertuzzi will be there. Fabry is going to be back now. And I think the 12 will be a better all together. I think that's what happened. I think Raymond, you have to wait a little bit longer for Raymond. Gay was and Piestani. But Detroit might be doing new move in a few years. Well, I think he can get because now he's getting better players. I think Zadina, you can see, is getting more confidence. Might be going to send more, and then, yes, Joseph. Yeah, but I think they will split Barkov and Huberdeau and Ver AE with Barkov and Renard, and they will use Bennett, Huberdeau, and maybe some people put Tippett over there. I said Tippett should be third line. Some would be Orvis or Duclair on my book. John Ziegler. I think the last 3 years they got screwed a little bit. And we did not talk about Michael. We don't mention one player. I think he have a lot of potential, the skill, but it's Ramusin. Ramusin have everything, the size, everything, but he need to get better. Well, that's why he take. That's what happened when you know a young team like Detroit. It's just time fix. It will happen more, Anthony, because they're getting more exposure now. You're going to see Florida Tampa be involved with that part over there. I would not be surprised sometime they would be Carolina, Nashville, those four teams together. Yeah. Well, that was my point to you, Michael, where, the guy is big, he can do this. Yep. The key behind that is like they're on the tough division. Yeah, 1955. Régent, welcome back. T'as 0 en 5 dans le quiz ce soir. Ce soir, c'est le bas de monkey. Yes. What happening right now, Anthony, is like it's a wheel, right? Every 7 years you can change everything like that. You know, that's what happening usually. Not at all. Um, I use Canva. All my graphic made by Canva. I use also from for my Apple. I use Keynote also. I never been a graphic guy. It should be a solid one for sure. Yeah. So, Régent, il a gagné parce qu'on a donné, on donne 0.5 maintenant pour la première réponse. On l'a donné ça à soir. Donc, il était chercher 1,5 points. Ça l'a aidé à gagner à soir. But on a un new gars de Finlande. Puis Enortap, Tony et Justin Dubé, dans le fond, ils ont battu Bad Monkey. Mais Bad Monkey a gagné à cause des points 5. « 2015-16, They lost the first round. And they was been in the playoffs since 1990 and 1991. So 2015-16, that's the last time they participate to the playoff. Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, the problem was that I need to learn that, and I wish I could do Adobe because they do all the kind of graphic with the face, everything like that. And I wish I could learn, but I'm too old now to learn. Ah ouais, ça en va où, Régent? Yes. Again, Tampa Bay, they lost in 5. And in return, it was the first year for Tampa Bay. That year, they lost in the NHL conference final. Before they lost, prior to that, they lost in Stanley Cup final, remember? They lost that year. Then they didn't participate after that. Then after that, they lost in conference final, the first round. And then they won Stanley Cup. The last 8 years, the Tampa Bay did not participate only one time in the playoffs, 16-17. You're welcome, Inotap. I hate Detroit growing up, Jose. Now I miss them. It's good. That's funny. Pavel Datsyuk, he was drafted 171 overall pick, guys, in 1998. 1998, he was drafted. Crazy, right? And he's 43 years old. He still plays right now in KHL. He last season with the Detroit guys, he was in 15-16. He left the Detroit at 37 years old. I think that's great for the parity of the money. I know Inotap talk about a tax, luxury tax, but I'm not agree with that one. But I agree with you, Spec, about that. Don't forget, any of you can click on the like. That'd be great. Thank you so much. Appreciate a lot, Joseph. I agree with you, Justin, right there. That's a great question. I don't think so. I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. Joseph, yeah, I agree with that, right? But the last 18 months, or not, since COVID-19, 2020, so it's what, 18 months now? I learned a lot of things, like, unbelievable. Like what we're doing tonight, I did not know anything 18 months ago. Like, I learned CANVA, I learned Camtasia, I love Ecamm. I learned how to create live stream and a lot of crappy, many things. Thank you so much, Danny. Not at all, Justin. I be with you. You know what I mean? At some point, a team cannot win 20, for over 25, 30 years. But you're absolutely right. At that moment, after that, they drop a lot. And then after him, it was Ziedenberg, and it was the end of the end over there, unfortunately. But they have to rebuild, and that's what they are. And that's normal in NHL. You go up, and the next one, I'll be honest with you, two teams, the Pittsburgh, and then after that, the Washington. Much better for Montreal to have their own ECHL team, and they are close to Montreal. It's better for managing your asset. Yeah, so, Johnny, to be honest with you, maybe never or maybe one of them is going to play one day in NHL. All the East Coast Hockey League guys, it's like double A. So, my point to you, Johnny, you have other thing in my book on my head. First, that help Laval. They have a base of Laval. They have players they can send down. Second thing, for Montreal, for marketing, it's great. Thirdly, they have more people who works for them, and it's great about that. And I think overall, to have a team in Carolina to send 5 players of your organization when you can have that kind of players at home to be a part of Quebec City and in Canada, I think this huge is great. Like Bergeron is involved, Bélanger is involved now. You have a lot of French Canadian guys over there. That'd be great. I wish I was there. I'm sure I will apply to get a job over there. You're very smart about hockey. I wish I knew what you know. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. That's technology content creation in 2021. You have to keep up with changing software. Yes, exactly, Joseph. Unfortunately, try to get. I use the word, keep simple. Try to get this simple. Bonne nuit, mon homme. Justin, on se reparle plus tard. I tried to answer this question in my head. Because this question came to me like a couple of days ago. I believe it's Arizona. Like Arizona have only one round, one time in 15 years, something like that. Yes, Johnny. And WHL then, because of COVID-19, I'm not sure. But I think the Prince Albert should be a good team. Absolute respect. And I live in Florida, and the hockey is growing better in Florida, to be honest with you. So I'll just give you an idea for what I might on my head, right, for Arizona. Arizona, since 2001, 2002, they participate 3 times in the playoff. I think the Florida Panthers is another one too. It's not true, but like Florida Panthers guys since 2000, they participate 4 times in the playoff. And what about the Winnipeg, the Manitoba, the Winnipeg Ice? I'm not sure. Again, it's another team in the WHL, right? Oh my God, Spec. Ah, yes, I was born in Montreal. The pressure at Toronto, guys, is going to be unbelievable. Right away, the first game. So Toronto, they cannot start with I don't know, like 7, 12, or 8, 9, and 1. Toronto have to win. And they don't do this after 20 games. The pressure will be on them all day long. And I hope for them their left wing side is going to be better than what they are right now. Because this is the end of Kyle Dubas. And what do you do with Malkin Riley? Toronto, guys, is really interesting. Then earlier I said Washington, Pittsburgh, two teams going to go down the next 3 years. Oh, yeah, but between Montreal to Florida, you can talk about 12 different states. And 25 years. That's a tough one for them. That was like a jab, right? But the uppercut. But the jab they got is the one they got against Boston and Columbus. You know, Columbus and Boston, is a jab, right? You feel it, you may be down and then come back. But Toronto against Montreal put them an uppercut where that was really the tough one. Possible then, those league under national is really strange because the every year it's always a new players and prospect players, and it's very hard, you know. I'm sure they are spec. Honestly, you have to go on the replica jersey. But if you want a really good one, what they really want for the NHL, yeah. It's crazy, you know. Yeah, that's happening then now. In like, same thing with East Coast or American Hockey League or Junior, the WHL, OHL, QM. It's and then usually those three league, the junior, they pack that year because they know that team is going to be good. They trade for better players to win the Memorial Cup. I do expect I have an opportunity to watch a lot of games. The Avs going to play is yes, Sunday at 3:00, Johnny. By the way, I didn't mention this tonight, and I should. I apologize, but they have only two teams are not full capacity for upcoming season. And Montreal is one of the two teams, and I think the other one is Winnipeg. The rest of the league are full capacity. The Brenton will kind, yeah. I feel like junior is always a rebuild, right? 1 or 2 years you win, after that you rebuild and rebuild and rebuild. So now spec, you have some program where you analyze like Instat. I have Instat. So Instat have all the game around the world. You can watch the next day, or you get all the stat, and you have a chance to see all the goal and NHL and everywhere. That's crazy. So I have a chance to get this, and so So sometimes I cannot watch live, but I was like, I'm talking to you, or I work here, and then I have a TV there, I have a TV there, I have a computer there. I have like 5 screens around me. Max Stone, one of the Brandon King draft pick. Yes, sir. Well, really? Is it Bobby Smith? Is that Cap Breton? What is Bobby Smith? Halifax? He's the owner of the Halifax Mossad. His son Daniel play for them. He's been owners of that team since 2003. Yeah, Johnny. Thank you. And his son now play for them now. I just see that. Ron Extall, Brendan, Danny. Anything else? The second best attendance in Q for many years. Yeah. They always have a great team also, Johnny, right? Ron Exall, it was a great goaltender. Oh, yeah. With the Flyers, been a couple of years with Quebec. He became a great manager also. It's funny because a lot of goaltender become, after they play, manager. They run a lot. Yeah, yes, Danny. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, what the best junior league in the USA? I don't only know the NCAA. But the NCAA is a college level spec. The best one is the USHL. That's the number one, like the QM. The USHL is a tier 1. Tier 2, a little bit lower. After that is called the NHL, the North American Hockey League, and the NCDC. They are called the Tier 2. Then Tier 3 is really lower, USPHL and SHL, and you have a lot of league like that. But the top one in USA is the USHL, like the QM. The BCHL in Canada, it's like here, it's called the NAHL. They are the same level. And the number one is C. Joseph, I never go. the number one spec on the QM is the USHL and like the CHL. That's really this USHL, where the Team USA, the NDTP, play in that league with Cedar Rapids, Lincoln, Omaha, Waterloo, the Chicago Steel. That's what they are, that league over there, where they produce a lot of but not a first round, but a lot of NHL draft picks come that league. Like many, like Thomas Vanek play in that league. You have a lot of great players play in the USHL. I worked with for 10 years, or I scout a lot there, many, many years. The problem that league, most of the team are in the Midwest, and it's boring to drive a Friday night at 11:30 to go from Omaha to go to Waterloo to Lincoln. Crazy winter, crazy snow, cold, but that's what the beauty to be a scout in that level. That league is always be about 12 to 16 team usually. They expand a little bit bigger. Now Sioux City have Sioux Falls, Sioux City, Omaha, Lincoln is close, Nebraska, Omaha, North Dakota, South Dakota, North Dakota. Three city have a team. Yeah, I understood like 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I said, I'm tired of snow. I'm going to Florida. All right, guys. Spec, Dan, Joseph, Johnny, and anybody else. I just want to remind you, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much to be here with us tonight. Thank you be a part of the Hockey Nation Live Show family. And without you, this would be impossible. We just want to wish you an amazing, great rest of the evening. Wish you an amazing, great Friday. Don't forget, we have a show every day, 11 o'clock, with Michael DeVillano as the co-host. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, for day number 3 of the NHL training camp all around. And we're going to bring you all the news around the Montreal Canadiens, and of course, everything happening in NHL. Have a great night, everybody. Yeah, he does. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, Spec. Love you, buddy. We love to having you aboard. We bring you a lot of great questions and great analysis about hockey.
And get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise. I'd rather want you to just let me be. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown?
Johnny.